These 7 watches cost under $300 but look like they're worth thousands. One watchmaker that's been in the game for 15 years couldn't tell the difference from a $5,000 piece. Number 7 is absolutely mind-blowing. Yo, what's good? Watch fam. You know that feeling when you walk into a room and everyone's checking out your wrist? That confidence boost when people assume you're wearing something that costs more than their rent? Well, today I'm about to blow your mind with 7 affordable timepieces that'll have people thinking you're absolutely ballin' without breaking the bank. I've been collecting and studying watches for years, and let me tell you something, the watch game has completely changed. These brands figured out the secret sauce to make budget watches look like luxury pieces. We're talking about watches under $300 that rival timepieces costing 10 times more. Some of these had actual watch experts doing double takes. So grab your coffee, hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel, and let's dive into these absolute gems that prove you don't need to spend your life savings to look like a boss. Watch number 1. Orient Bambino V4, $150 to $180. First up, we've got the Orient Bambino, and this thing is straight fire. The Orient Bambino has gotten bigger and better over the years, with unique dial designs, exciting colorways, and strap configurations. At just $150 to $180, this Japanese automatic watch looks like it stepped out of a Swiss boutique. The dome crystal gives it that vintage luxury vibe, and the Roman numerals on the cream dial scream sophistication. The leather strap feels premium, and here's the kicker. It's got an automatic movement that you can see through the exhibition case back. Most people don't even know what that means, but they know it looks expensive. I've worn this to business meetings, and people automatically assume I'm wearing something worth at least $800. The finishing on the case is clean, the proportions are perfect, and at 40.5 millimeters, it fits most wrists beautifully. Orient watches are a great investment and should be worthwhile, even when they're on the more affordable side. Watch number 2. Casio Edifice EF-V 100 series, $90 to $120. Now let's talk about the Casio Edifice series. This is where Casio shows they're not just about those retro digital watches. Current Casio Edifice prices range from $90 to $175, making these chronographs an absolute steal. The EF-V 100 series looks like a Tag Heuer Formula 1 had a baby with a Seiko Prospex, and I'm here for it. The stainless steel construction feels solid, the dial layout is clean and professional, and those subdials give it that racing chronograph aesthetic that costs thousands from Swiss brands. What really gets me is the attention to detail, the applied indices, the tachymeter bezel, and that racing-inspired design language. I've seen people wear these thinking they're wearing a $1,500 watch. The solar-powered movement means you never have to worry about batteries, and the water resistance is perfect for daily wear. Watch number 3. Timex Weekender Chronograph, $65 to $85. Don't sleep on Timex, y'all. The Weekender Chronograph is giving serious military field watch vibes at a fraction of the cost. Timex doesn't have any watch that costs more than $300, and definitely nothing that costs more than $500. But this piece punches way above its weight class. At $65 to $85, this watch looks like it could be a vintage military-issued timepiece worth hundreds. The cream dial with the brown leather NATO strap combo is chef's kiss. Pure class. The chronograph function works flawlessly, and that Indiglow backlight is still one of the best night illumination systems in the watch game. The 40mm case wears perfectly, and the mineral crystal has that slightly domed look that gives it character. I've gotten compliments on this watch from people who collect vintage Hamiltons and Benris pieces. They couldn't believe it was under $100. Watch number 4. Seiko 5 Sports SRPD Series $95 to $130. Seiko knows how to make a watch that looks expensive, period. The best Seiko watches for 2025 include the Prospex, Seiko 5, Recraft, and Presage collections, and the SRPD series is leading the charge. This automatic dive watch at $95 to $130 looks like it could be a Rolex Submariner's younger brother. The unidirectional bezel clicks with authority, the hands are perfectly proportioned, and that day-date function adds practicality. The 4R36 movement is reliable and has hand-winding capability, features you'd expect from much more expensive pieces. The build quality is insane for the price. The case finishing, the solid bracelet, and the way it wears on the wrist, everything screams premium. I've had watch collectors guess this was a 500+ piece. The blue dial variant especially looks like something you'd find in a luxury watch catalog. Watch number 5. Invicta Pro Diver, $70 to $90. I know, Invicta gets a lot of hate, but hear me out. The Pro Diver is legitimately one of the best value propositions in the watch world. At $70 to $90, you're getting a 200-meter water-resistant automatic dive watch that looks like a Rolex Submariner. The 40mm case is perfectly sized, the unidirectional bezel feels solid, and the Seiko NH35 movement inside is the same one used in watches costing 3 times more. The bracelet is surprisingly good quality with solid end links, and the overall finishing is way better than it has any right to be at this price point. People see that classic dive watch silhouette and automatically think expensive Swiss timepiece. The proportions are spot on, and the dial layout is clean and legible. I've worn this to the beach, the office, and dinner dates. It works everywhere and gets noticed for all the right reasons. Watch number 6. Citizen EcoDrive BM8180, $85 to $110. Citizen's EcoDrive technology is straight magic, and the BM8180 field watch proves that solar power doesn't mean boring. At $85 to $110, this watch looks like a vintage military piece that collectors pay premium prices for. The 37mm case might sound small, but it wears perfectly and gives off major vintage vibes. The canvas strap, the clean white dial, and those military-inspired Arabic numerals create a look that's both rugged and refined. The fact that it's powered by light and never needs a battery is just the cherry on top. This watch has fooled vintage watch enthusiasts who thought it was an original 1960s military issue piece. The aging on the dial and hands is so well done, and the overall aesthetic is pure class. It's the kind of watch that makes people think you know something about horology. Watch number 7. Casio Duro MDV 106, $45 to $55. Last but definitely not least, the Casio Duro, also known as the Casio Rolex in watch circles. At just $45 to $55, this might be the greatest value in the entire watch world. This 200-meter dive watch looks like it could be a luxury sports watch from the front. The rotating bezel, the clean dial layout, and the overall proportions are so well executed. The resin case keeps it lightweight and comfortable, while the stainless steel caseback adds that premium touch. I've seen people wear this thinking it's a 300+ dive watch. The hands are perfectly sized, the markers are applied, not printed, and the crown screws down like a proper dive watch should. For the price of a decent dinner, you're getting a watch that looks like it belongs in a much higher price bracket. The psychology behind it. Here's what's really happening. Most people don't know watches like that. They see certain design cues and automatically assume it's expensive. A rotating bezel? Must be pricey. Automatic movement? It definitely costs serious money. Clean dial with good proportions? It has to be luxury. These brands studied the luxury watch market and reverse-engineered the visual elements that make people think expensive. They focused on proportions, finishing and design language rather than just throwing unnecessary complications at the problem. The result? Watches that trigger the same psychological responses as pieces costing 10 times more. It's not about being fake or trying to fool people. It's about getting maximum style impact for minimum investment. Styling tips. Here's how to maximize the impact of these pieces. For the dress watches, Orient Bambino, Citizen EcoDrive. Pair them with leather shoes and a blazer. The key is keeping everything else understated, so the watch becomes the focal point. For the sports watches, Seiko 5, Invicta Pro Diver, Casio Duro. These work with everything from casual streetwear to business casual. The versatility is insane. For the chronographs, Casio Edifice, Timex Weekender. Perfect for that smart casual look. They bridge the gap between dressy and sporty better than anything else in this price range. Remember, confidence is key. Wear these pieces like you know they're special, because they genuinely are. The watch world has gotten so focused on brand names that people forget about actual design and quality. Real talk. I've been in rooms full of watch collectors where people are flexing their Rolexes and Omegas, and you know what? Some of these affordable pieces got more compliments than watches worth 10 times more. It's not always about the price tag. It's about the design, the proportions, and how well the watch works with your style. The watch game is changing. Younger collectors are more focused on design and value than just brand prestige. These watches prove that you can build a legitimate collection without going into debt. Buying tips. Where to buy? Stick to authorized dealers when possible. Amazon, the brand's official websites, and established watch retailers are your best bets. What to avoid? Gray market sellers might offer lower prices, but warranty issues can be a nightmare. We selected watches based on quality, value, features, brand reputation, style versatility, and owner reviews. Size matters. Don't just look at the diameter. Lug-to-lug length is crucial for how the watch wears on your wrist. Strap game. A good strap can make a $100 watch look like a $1,000 piece. Invest in quality leather or NATO straps. The bottom line. These 7 watches prove that the affordable watch game is stronger than ever. We're living in a time where you can get Swiss-level design and Japanese reliability for the price of a nice dinner. The democratization of good watch design means everyone can participate in the hobby without breaking the bank. The key is understanding that price doesn't always equal quality or style. These brands figured out how to deliver the visual impact and wearing experience of luxury watches at accessible prices. They're not trying to be something they're not. They're being the best versions of themselves. So there you have it. 7 watches that'll have people thinking you're spending way more than you actually are. Each one brings something different to the table, but they all share that special quality of punching above their weight class. Which one caught your eye? Drop a comment below and let me know which of these you're adding to your collection. And if you've got any of these pieces already, share your experience. I love hearing from the community about how these watches are working in real life. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button if this content helped you level up your watch game. Hit the notification bell so you never miss when we drop new videos breaking down the best values in the watch world. And remember, it's not about how much you spend, it's about how smart you spend. These watches prove that style and quality don't have to cost a fortune. Until next time, keep your time tight and your style tighter. Peace.